So this puppy biting thing can get a little crazy and can be pretty often. So we previously talked about a few options. One is to squeal really loudly. If they bite, you go, ow, to startle them. A lot of times dogs will think that's playing. So you're gonna have to really work this with your dog. You do need to be consistent though, so you wanna keep trying something over and over, but jerking your hand back and squealing really loud, the high pitch will kind of startle them, and that can be a redirection. Also, you can use a spray bottle. I mean, I'm not going to spray Mercy here because she hasn't done anything, but you can use a spray bottle to spray them, but in some cases, dogs love water. So they may like that. But one of the most effective ways, aside from just no and giving them a toy, no and giving them a toy, is grabbing the collar. Now, first of all, your dog should not be like, do as I say, but not as I do. I have her on the couch for the video purposes so you can see, but a dog should not be up on your level. They need to be below your level. That's an alpha thing. So they do need to be on the floor. You do not need to be putting them up on a couch or a bed right away, because we've got to have a submission thing. They need to be invited to do things like that, not on a regular basis. But if I were on the floor with her, I'm going to show you how, if I don't drop her, how we're going to come in with my hand like this and grab the collar. That palm is right on her jawline, so I really can direct her head. She can't get to me very easily because I've got this collar. And if she were to pull and bite, I would just do a quick jerk. I'm sorry, you're not doing any biting, are you, baby? I would just do a real quick jerk. And like I said, she's looking towards me right now, but I'm able to use this part of my hand to push her away. This is also to get her calm. If they're biting and nipping and jumping and acting insane, I don't have any to do that with me right now. You want to get them in tight with you on the ground. You get the collar, hold them, and just hold them to get them to calm down. Talk to them, pet, calm down. So we do need to teach a dog to calm. If they're nervous, tense, you can see the hackles on the back of their neck coming up, then there's some stress going on, and we just need to get them in a calm position, hold them a little more firm, and get them to calm down. Putting them in the crate is also an option. It's not really a punishment. We're going to give them a treat to go in their crate. So you're going to give them a treat. It's a happy place, but it's a place to just calm, because they do need to be on your terms. And a lot of times kids are reinforcing behavior, and adults too, we're just as guilty, but they're reinforcing behavior by giggling and letting it happen over and over and over, and then when it gets bad, then punishing them. That's very confusing to the dog. It's got to be consistent from the beginning, and I promise you, just a little bit of work in the beginning will have big results. But you need to work from 8 to 12 weeks should be your hardest time in terms of training them, because they will pick up on it. Thank you for watching. We'd really love for you to like and subscribe. And what does that really mean, liking and subscribing? The more subscribers we have, then we're able to pull up in a post for people to learn more about golden doodles and our love for golden doodles. Liking is also the same thing. That just helps the ratings pull up on YouTube. So we'd love for you to like and subscribe. You don't have to get notifications. You can subscribe and support our channel. We're posting right now 1 time a week. We're hoping to go soon to 2 times a week. But right now, just 1, and every now and then we'll put in some products or some different things that we like and just give you those videos for them. But we'd love for you to like and subscribe so that you can help our channel. We appreciate it. Thanks. The other thing is, you need to leash your dog all the time. You need to leash them when they're in the house, because you don't want to play this chase game. You want to be able to grab them quickly and get them back to you. For potty training, as soon as that leash starts going, I like to have a leash with a little bit of a bell on it, so I know when they're on the move. A leash with a bell, then you know they're moving. Do not go and buy an expensive leash for this. They are going to chew it. I recommend those. They're like a rope type leash from Dollar Tree for $1. Buy a couple and leash them, put it on so that you can get them and get them back into place. A dog always must sit and submit to you before anything. So before you pet them, before you play with them, it's got to be your idea. The playing's got to be your idea. You can play rough and have them growling and pulling on a chew toy and things like that, but it's got to be on your terms, not theirs. So You got to stop them doing it and you lead it. But use that leash to be able to pull them over and bring them back to you. Use that leash, you can put your foot on it on the floor and keep them in position without having to touch them, because the leash is on them, it's on the floor with enough distance between their head and the floor. They may lay down and that's okay, but that's going to keep them from pulling away from you. And it's just easier to have them drag that leash around the house so that you have a little bit more control of your puppy. Same thing for jumping. Jumping's cute when they're little, but you're just reinforcing bad behavior. If you own it, you condone it. So don't reinforce that bad behavior. Don't allow them to jump. I go to grab her collar. You're not supposed to do that. Let them know that before you're going to pet them, they are going to need to sit in front of you and submit for just a couple of seconds, and then reward them with petting them, with treats. Alternate that so they aren't just so driven with treats. But before they get praised, before they get played with, let them sit and be calm. This is also critical when you're coming home. When you're coming home, most people want to come in and go, oh my baby, oh my sweet baby, oh! And they get in that baby voice and they start squealing and it makes the dog wild. When you come home, you need to ignore the dog. This is just going to be for a few minutes. Ignore them. They don't exist. Don't let them jump. Don't give them any attention. Get them to what we call place. Our trainer uses that term, and that's usually a bed in the middle of the house, or it may just a location, a rug, and you'll say place. They need to go over there. They need to sit, and then you'll come to them and let them know, hey, we're going to play, and oh, now we can talk about how cute you are, and where's your toys, and what have you been doing? But you need to let them know they have to behave first in order to get this. And that is a pretty quick training method, provided you're consistent with it. So just showing you, this is the leash that I talk about from Dollar Tree. There's just no need for an expensive leash when you have a puppy. Bella here is not a puppy, but we're going to use her as an example. This is a great leash. I'll just show you up close, because it's going to get chewed up more than likely. So this is a great idea with training a puppy. You can just put 2 on it, so that way when the puppy's on the move, you're able to see the puppy. So now we're going to talk about when they're on the move and you need to get them back to you, you're going to pull them back to you. If this were a puppy and she were biting me, again, I'm going to grab her collar. You're not supposed to do that. I'm going to grab her collar right here, and I've got my palm, you can see my palm to her head. So I pretty much have control of her head. If she were trying to bite me, I'm going to have a little more control because I've got this part of my hand able to hold her. So if she does something and I'm trying to get her attention, I'm going to just kind of jerk and get her attention. She's going to say, yes, okay, I'm going to obey you. So she's pretty much in my control. If you have a dog that's a little out of control, a little hyper, we're going to get down, again, get on their level. We're going to get them close to us, hug them in, and just get them tight and get them down and get them comfy, pet them, get them to calm down, because we don't need that crazy, crazy, wild running around that's going on with a dog that's being hyper and biting young children. And puppies are just a little crazy until they're about a year, sometimes 18 months. Once they get her age, they still get the zoomies, and we do that outside. We don't allow that in our house. We also don't give a lot of attention right when we first come in with a dog that's inside. We give it to them later so that we don't get them to get the zoomies the minute that we come in the house. But I've just got her double leashed, so if she were a puppy and she were running away from me, it's easier for me to grab it, get her back to me, calm her down. Is that okay? Gotcha. She's gonna be a little more submissive. There we go. There we go. And yet I'm not being ugly to her. I'm just getting down, I'm getting that collar, and I've got control of her through that collar. Collars, again, don't spend a whole lot of money in the beginning. If you get a Doodle from us, you get one from us, you get a custom one from us. But again, get one at Dollar Tree until you're ready to get them the full-size collar. This is a medium Doodle. She weighs around 40 pounds. Much bigger collar than what you're going to get in the very beginning. Yeah, I'll put a link for Dollar Tree because you can buy them online. Also, I think this is a great collar. I don't get paid for any of these. This is a great collar with a nameplate on it. I'll show you. And this guy is just gotten it from Canton before. It's a great collar with the name on it, with the metal plate, so I like that. I also like collars that you buckle because they're just not likely to break. Oh my goodness. Like and subscribe. We'd love you to join us.